Guys, shoulder pain and shoulder dysfunction is very, very common with people that train. Now, rather than spending weeks and weeks and weeks being treated for an injury that really shouldn't be happening, I'm going to take you through the gym and show you 3 exercises and why they cause a lot of shoulder pain. It's not about exercising in general causing shoulder pain. It's 9 times out of 10 what you're doing wrong in the gym. So I'm going to take you through a few exercises, and then I'm going to wrap up at the end and give you some things that you can look at doing to help you prevent this. So the first exercise, guys, is the Smith machine, and it's the close grip bench press. A lot of people also do the close grip bench press on the flat bench press machine, but they have a very similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump down, I'm going to show you the exercise and what people do wrong and how that normally causes a lot of pain. So the first thing that happens is on the way down, the conscious thought is to bring the bar as far down as possible. Now everybody's going to be different. However, the goal with this exercise should be to get elbow flexion. And once you've got maximum elbow flexion, you then push up from the triceps. However, coming far too down causes a lot of internal rotation of the shoulder joint, and that internal rotation of the shoulder joint creates a lot of instability and causes a lot of pulls and potential minor tears or just minor injuries in a lot of the stabilizing muscles. By having this internal rotation and protraction of the shoulder joint, it takes away from a lot of the main muscles that are supposed to be doing the job. So your dysfunction or your pain is coming from, I like to say, kind of train tracks that are going off track. And as soon as that starts to happen, you're pushing from the actual shoulder joint rather than the triceps, which is a perfect environment to pick up all these niggles that you feel, you know, especially in the front of your shoulder. So I'm going to talk you through some things at the end, but just so you can see that, that's the major problem, that internal rotation, the protraction and the loss of stability that takes tension away from the main muscles that you want to be training and places them around a lot of the muscles that cause you a lot of problems. Okay guys, well most of you have got the incline hammer press at your gyms. Very popular piece of kit, I like it. However, there's a reason why there is a adjustable seat pad underneath me, so you can set up the correct height. A lot of people just jump in the machine and say, hey, let's go, it's chest press. So this is actually a little bit low for me deliberately. So you get in, you press up, and then as you lower down, watch what happens to my shoulders. To be able to get it all the way back, I have to lift my shoulders up. I have to create some level of internal rotation. And just as you saw on the close grip bench press, a lot of the muscles are getting placed under a lot of stress inside the shoulder joint. The rotation's happening, tension's coming off my pecs. And the only muscles that I'm really able to use in this stretched position here is a lot of these deep stabilizing muscles. Again, the same muscles that cause you a lot of pain when you do this exercise incorrectly. So you see here, we press, internal rotates, and then you've got to give some level of rotation rather than a nice easy path is all this rotation. That's what's causing your shoulder pain. So the third exercise that I wanted to talk you through is the dumbbell shoulder press. So common in the gym, but again, another one that causes a lot of shoulder pain. So here we go. Most people, dumbbells up, all their thought process is up and down. So the dumbbells come down, a lot of people go a little bit too deep, chest comes up, and then we get some rotation in the shoulder, and then we're pressing. So the goal for most people is to just press the dumbbells up and down. I get that. However, if you've watched any of my exercise execution videos on the shoulder press, you'll know that beyond your natural active range of movement, if you want to get it lower, you've got to create some level of internal rotation. That internal rotation takes the tension away from the anterior deltoids, puts a lot of stress on the deep stabilizing muscles, which again are the ones that cause you a lot of dysfunction. Most of the time because people sit too upright on the shoulder press and are not sitting in an anatomically advantageous position for the deltoid muscles to function. So again, it's this internal rotation. What I'll do in a second is just wrap up about all the stuff to do with rotation and stability and give you some things to work on. Okay guys, so shoulder dysfunction and shoulder stability. I've just given you 3 exercises and what you see commonly, happens in the gym. Go into the gym if you have shoulder pain, watch my 3 videos and or the 3 clips, and just say to yourself, am I going through all these ranges of movement first and foremost that Mark says causes shoulder pain? The second thing is to then limit your range of movement to the active range of movement by which you can maintain tension on the working muscle. So if this is chest, if you are going down to there and feel it on your chest, but you get to here and you feel no tension on your chest, you've gone beyond your active range of movement. So first tip is to train within your active range of movement. The second tip is to make sure the seat height, even if it's for the seated shoulder press or for the incline press or in any incline press machine, allows you to go through a path of movement in line with your chest fibers or in line with your shoulder fibers without compromising yourself through too much rotation. The third thing is to kick the arse out of your lower trap stabilization exercises. And these are the muscles at the back, between your shoulder blades that go down through the middle of your spine, sitting in your thoracic region. And I explain exactly how to do every single lower trap exercise that I think is essential in programming in my lower trap training YouTube video. You literally just have to go to the videos, look for one of the last ones in the last 10 videos, and it's lower trap training videos. That will give you everything that you need to be doing. And then finally, if you're having treatment with a physiotherapist week in, week out, and you're being told that all these little rotation exercises, all these rotational movements are the thing that's going to fix it, go back over these last 3 tips, because training through a poor range of movement, doesn't matter how much physio you're going to keep having, is going to keep causing shoulder pain and shoulder dysfunction. So work around everything that I've told you, work within the ranges and limits that your body is able to do until you've built up strength to be in those appropriate ranges. You won't have shoulder pain and discomfort if you keep up with the tips I'm sharing with you. Guys, best of luck, and don't train through pain.